If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. Playboi Carti dropped Whole Lotta Red on December 25th, 2020, and this was one of the most anticipated and hyped up albums in the recent past in hip hop. It was probably the most infamous record to drop within the past probably 5 years, just because of all the leaks and all the fandom that surrounded this release and Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti before that kind of grew to be somewhat of a hidden legend, of a gem that many people found had a lot of potential in music, not just in hip hop, but rather in music in general, because when you listen to his music, you get the feeling, or you understand what I mean by this. It's not really hip hop. It's a certain type of hip hop. It's music in a way. It's artistic in its own way, and I really appreciate a lot of the old stuff he did on his self-titled or on Die Lit. Even before that, I thought In Abundance also had some hidden gems on there and some deep cuts that were really just overlooked by a lot of people that were not inside this Playboi Carti universe at the time. And then, he's been teasing Whole Lotta Red for years now. He's announced it so many times and it never dropped, and this just kind of really let expectations and anticipation rise to a level that was not healthy anymore. And a lot of people said that he could never live up to this hype, just like Lil Uzi Vert's Eternal Take had also the same fate. And when we finally got the album, a lot of people were very disappointed, me included. Now, I was also one of those people that said that anything Carti drops could never really meet any expectation that any fan had ever had, because, they were just so high. Everyone had their own idea of what the album was going to be like, that whatever he dropped, he could drop the best album in the world, people would still be disappointed. But actually, he dropped something that was objectively not that good. Whole Lotta Red is a really mediocre, even at some points really bad record, with missing ingenuity, missing creativity, and missing originality. And while I do appreciate him for trying to establish some kind of new rock punk sound in hip hop, this was just executed so poorly that I can't really excuse that. But anyway, since then, a lot of people have already kind of written him off as kind of fallen off, but a lot of really diehard Playboi Carti fans are still waiting for a new album. And we might have just finally gotten the announcement for a new album. Actually, we directly got the announcement, although he hasn't shared any title or any cover art or track list or release date yet, but he took to Instagram the other day, actually 2 days ago at the point of recording this. He posted a picture of himself, posted up in a white outfit, and he had the caption, "Let's drop this new album. We not done." And he did it in this kind of really kind of weird or very artistic way that he also promoted Whole Lotta Red with already, where he replaces some of the letters in his sentences with numbers and also capitalizes it really weird, but that's just his way of doing stuff. But this directly announces a new Playboi Carti record. And then also the following day, so yesterday at the point of recording this, he posted another picture of himself in like a variety of shots with like very kind of dark and vampire punk vibes and outfits on, and he captioned it, "I want to bleach more white to my hair," which, is of course very disconnected from music. But then he also said, "I want to drop like right now." And this to me was also very interesting. Now, what's also very funny is that Spotify commented on this post and said you can just DM it to us if you want, because for a Whole Lotta Red, there was a lot of drama surrounding his label now wanting to submit the music and all that. So that's a very funny side note that Spotify would directly comment under his post to say that. But let's get back to actually what we got in these new posts from Playboi Carti. He announced a new album, and he said that he wants to drop like right now, which of course is very interesting because Whole Lotta Red is only like 3 months in the past, and usually he takes longer to really release a new album or even start to promote it. Although in the case of Whole Lotta Red, of course, he also started promoting and teasing that record and even announcing it and giving us possible release dates a lot of times in the past, and then it just never came true, and we got it like 3 years after he originally teased it, which I hope this new album doesn't follow the same fate, but it might just. We've seen him say stuff like, I want to drop right now, I'm gonna drop this week, many times in the past, and then it just never came true. So this new record might suffer from the same fate that Whole Lotta Red did. But I think it's very interesting that he's already got a new album cooked up. I remember him kind of talking about that he has way more stuff than Whole Lotta Red ready to roll out, but I didn't think it was going to be this soon. The first thought that came to my mind was if this new record will follow in the footsteps of Whole Lotta Red and follow this very punk and dark vampire vibe that Whole Lotta Red did. Because to be honest, I wasn't too much of a fan of it, but I like the image that he's portraying with that. It's something different. It's something fresh. It's something, kind of edgy, but in a good way. I like me a little bit of edginess in the music. It makes it interesting. It gives it personality. It gives it character. If of course the execution and the music accompanying that image is still good, which in the case of Whole Lotta Red, that was not the case. But still, so that's why I have my hopes up that maybe we can see him evolve this sound that he introduced with Whole Lotta Red further in the future, possibly with this record. That's my hopes for the album. I really hope that he can kind of come back, maybe get a little bit more praise from critics after he's kind of been written off by a lot of hip hop fans after dropping Whole Lotta Red. Now I don't want to, say anything that I might regret, but maybe Whole Lotta Red was kind of this album that we'll look back on and be like, oh, this kind of introduced this new sound, and then that sound was further developed by the albums that were to come after that. But as I said, I didn't like Whole Lotta Red, so that's probably not going to be the case, but that's kind of what I hope. So maybe Playboi Carti is really capable of making a comeback and, kind of solidifying his place as this really niche artist in hip-hop that occupies that lane of, like, that really edgy punk sound with a lot of rock influence. That's my hopes for that. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think Playboi Carti can make a comeback with this new record? When do you think it'll drop? I think that's also a very interesting question. Do you think it's actually finished and about to drop right now, or will it, be the same as Whole Lotta Red and take another 3 years for us to actually get to listen to it? By that time, the anticipation and excitement might already be over the top and we'll just be disappointed again, but I hope not. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Let's have a discussion about this, and I look forward to talking to you in the comments. Don't forget, my live stream is tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. Make sure to be there. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.